Okay.
I would like to start off this video by basically saying the stats of this thing, but I have no idea what the hell I'm looking at here, to be honest with you. Is this all-wheel drive? Is it? I guess it is. Let's have a look at this thing. All-wheel drive, 251 horsepower, 350 newton meters of torque, 1,650 kilos. It's okay. Why has it got like a spoiler type wing on the back? It's weird because it wants to be both. It wants to be a wing but also a spoiler. I don't know how to feel about this thing. It just looks... It looks like there's so many things going on with it. Like the step... I don't know what do you call that, basically, where you have headlights on top and then you have another set of headlights underneath them that are completely separated. I'm not a big fan of that design. I'm not a big fan of that weird design. The Nissan Juke design, pretty much, is what I want to call it, because that is where it looks like it got first introduced, where it had 3 different steps of lights on its front end, and it just looked disgusting. I don't know what to say to this car. I don't know what to think of it. It's a 4-cylinder. It's supposed to be a fast 4-cylinder, but, well, I guess it is supposed to be a fast 4-cylinder. I mean, I don't even know. I don't even know. It's Chinese. We don't have a lot of Chinese cars driving around. The only Chinese cars that we do have driving around in Europe is the MG. How big is Forza Horizon in China? Can someone let me know with that? Someone let me know how big Forza Horizon is in China, and let me know if... does anybody actually go around asking for these cars to be added into this game? I genuinely wanted it. I really want to know. Do we have people in the fan base that are like, you know what? You know what would be cool in Horizon? If they just add a bunch of Chinese cars? Seriously, like, I don't know. I don't know who asks for these cars. Why is the front end? If you really squint your eyes, it looks like the front end of a Dodge Charger. Just the bottom bit of headlights, pretty much. It just looks like a Charger's front end. Then you look at the rest of it, and it's like, what am I looking at here? I don't know. I really don't know what to think of this car. The interior looks so, like, European. It doesn't look very Chinese. I don't know. I don't know what to think about this thing. It looks very French. Am I wrong in saying that? I feel like there's a lot of, like, Frenchness in this car. It just reminds me of something French. Maybe it's just the front end that reminds me of, like, a DS or a Citroen or something like that. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's do stuff to this thing and see what we can do with it. I don't even know. I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing. We can wide body it. Jesus. Well, it looks completely different. The yellow roof just ruins it. I wish it just stayed black. For whatever reason, it just gets rid of the sunroof if you put the wide body on it. But I'm putting it on regardless because it's a wide body. Should I take this thing open racing? I'd be kind of interested to see what it's like if I take this thing open racing. Put a racing 7.2 liter V8 in it. Okay. Maybe A-class. Maybe we'll keep it in A-class. We'll see what it's like. I want to give it some better tires as well. It's already on sports tires, so maybe semi-slicks would do alright. It's already all-wheel drive as well. So 245s in the front and 245s in the rear. That's not too bad. Oh my god, what is going on with that back end of this thing? Those wheels need to go, in my opinion. I'm not a big fan of them. My controller's acting up again. Gotta give it a slap every now and then just to let her know who's boss, you know what I mean? Let's put some wheels on this thing. I guess 11 kilos is the most we can save with the wheel selection for this thing. I don't even know what wheels to put on it. I guess the multi-spokes that were originally on this thing actually didn't even look too bad. I want to change those. Okay. What else can we change on this thing? We can have different wings. Oh my god. Or we can have no wing. We can have wing or no wing. Wing or no wing. We'll put a wing on it. It's a weird looking wing. It's one of those, like, step wings, whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called. Where, like, what's it? Is it a gooseneck? Is it? what's it called? I can't remember. Where it just sort of goes up and then the wing is sort of hanging basically from the thing, like underneath it. The GT3 RS has it as well. The wing on the new GT3s and GT3 RSs. I put a race transmission in it just so we can adjust everything. Again, we're building this to the top of A-Class, and I'm gonna take it out racing. It's gonna be the first time I try open racing in a very, very long time. Do you think it's a good idea for me to take out a car I've never driven before, or a car I know nothing about? It probably isn't. But sure, how else am I gonna get to know this car? Do you know what I mean? How else? What's it sound like? Okay, well it's pretty much the top of A-Class right now. 316 horsepower, 1,285 kg. Our lateral G's went up by a lot. It's an A-Class 800. I mean, hopefully we don't have a lot of really, really long or really, really fast tracks, I guess, that we're gonna end up racing on. It's got an 8 speed on it. Jesus Christ, I didn't actually think of that. Right. Well, I'll queue up for some. Why is the front biased? Definitely don't want that. Make that rear biased right now. Yeah, I'm gonna search for a game and then we'll see what happens with this thing. Alright, I'm in. I don't know if we're gonna be at the start of this or not, but it doesn't matter. We're in. A-Class as well, first time around. This should be interesting. I added like a very basic tune to it. Okay, we're not at the very start of it, but it's good because we get to test this thing out. Hopefully it's not the final race because I still want to race this thing. I don't want to search for it again. But this is pretty much what we're working with here. Whilst these guys are getting their rewards and stuff, this is pretty much what it looks like. It definitely looks a lot more meaner than what it was before. But I mean, like I said, I don't know anything about this thing. I want to see what it's like in open racing against other people and see what they drive like as well. It'd be so funny if this is like a super OP car now in like A-Class or B-Class or something like that. And I'm here just making fun of it pretty much. We'll see what happens. Oh, my controller's dead. No. Right, boys, we in. Am I against some sweaty people? I don't know. This is the lineup here. And this is the little track that we're going to be racing on. A800 built. Lincoln Co. 03 Plus. Whatever the hell that means. Let's see. Let's see how this thing is like to drive against all these other people here. I feel like I'm gonna get absolutely smoked by everyone. I don't have the power, but I feel like I should have the grip. I definitely do have the grip, I'll tell you that. I think for some of these other corners here, we'll see it flat out through that. Let's go. M2 is doing a bit of a shitter there. That's okay. That's not too bad. I'm basically middle of the pack right now. Again, I built this thing quite nicely so I can just sort of shoot out of corners and go into corners pretty quickly. I don't think it needs all-wheel drive though. There we go. Two other shitters smashing into the wall. Careful, Beamer. Again, all these guys have is power right now. And not much else. See what I mean? Easy pass, because I have more grip. I don't really have to slow down. Oh, stop crashing into me, you absolute monkeys. Literal ape brains. Literal ape brains. Go fast and wall. Oh, that's a lot of understeer. How'd you manage to understeer in a rear-wheel drive car, mate? Oh god, what's happening behind me? There's so many people. I feel like I'm gonna get absolutely smashed into here. Yeah, I knew it. When he comes at that speed right behind me, it should literally just automatically make me go, invisible. Like, just turn me into a ghost. I don't want to have some random idiot smash into me and push me out wide. Like, oh my god, man. Just make him go invisible. Thanks for the boost. I have the grip to just shoot ahead. See you later, guys. Goodbye, boys. Probably should slow down a little more before I change down the gear, but again, first time driving this thing. Again, careful with it here. NSX, here he comes. Absolute speeding. Nice and smooth in the exit. Using as much of the road as possible. NSX, piss off. You're such a shit driver. As I said, such a shit driver. I don't mind it. I really don't mind this thing. It's not that bad. I feel like the way I built it was kind of decent. I don't think it needs all-wheel drive, to be honest with you. I think you can build it with the same power and keep it rear-wheel drive. Or make it rear-wheel drive. And you can probably actually have a little bit more power even. And you can get this thing to drive just as well. Pretty easy to control, to be honest with you. It's not even that bad. Yeah, I'm missing some power though. I mean, the Golf R21, the Golf R, the 2021 version of it. That was there that won this thing. I mean, his best lap was 106.796. I mean, he didn't really, he shot ahead pretty much. He finished 10 seconds faster than everyone else. But I mean, these are like properly built cars. Like, I literally spent about like 10 seconds building this thing. Like, it's just a very basic tune. Just as long as you know a little bit of tuning knowledge, just slap some stuff on it and be grand. You know what I mean? Like, just put some random stuff there. Is that it then? Is that the last of them? I don't think you can. I don't think I have any more races here. I think that was literally the last one. So, there you go. I don't think I need to do anything else. I think that guy just won every single event. He got 20 points. That's why it was 60 at the very end. So, final thoughts on this thing. I mean, I have no idea what I'm looking at here. It's pretty much just some random Chinese car that they decided to add it to the game for whatever reason. At least the sound works in this thing. I wanted to... Alright, mate. I wanted to actually play it with the RS7. I wanted to make some videos on the RS7, but the sound is still broken on the PC version of the game. And it's really, really annoying that I can't do that. But the sound at least works in this thing, so somehow it makes it better than the RS7 right now for the PC. I really do hope that they fix it. Like, why does it take so long? I think it's like 3 weeks now since the car came out, and there's no fix in sight for the... Oh man, I don't care about the drift zone. Can I just go off? Cancel it. Cancel the drift zone. I don't want to do... It's... Why is it giving me points when I'm miles off the road? Well, anyway, basically, it's an alright car. It's not too bad. At least it's not electric. At least it's not electric, because it's just such a kick in the head every time they add an electric car into this game. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the Audi RS e-tron, but like, listen, I want to drive something that's... I want to drive, basically, an internal combustion engine car. Like, I just want to hear the noise, I just want to drive it around, I want to do stuff like that. Like, it's just so boring having cars that just make no noise in this game. A game where it's all basically make-believe. You know, you want to drive the most extreme and crazy cars that you can possibly drive, and super, super rare cars, or even just regular cars, you know what I mean? I don't want to drive brand new electric cars. It's just the most boring thing in the world. It's like driving a video game of like an electrical appliance. Like, I don't want to drive an electrical appliance, I want to drive a car. So give us some more actual cars. Not electric cars, actual cars. Old school cars. Cars that haven't been in production for many years. Bring Saab in for whatever reason. I like, how fun would it be to have Saab in a game like this? To do stuff to it, to modify it and stuff like that. Bring in some older cars. I don't know why this car just randomly popped in my head. The Opel or the Vauxhall Calibra. How cool was that car? Put that in the game. The Opel Omega. I don't know why I'm stuck on Opel now, but like, early generations of the Astra. That's not even in the game. Like, just add stuff like that in. Like, it's just some normal cars. Even, okay, I'll go as far as saying even, like in the early Forza Motorsport days, or even Gran Turismo, add the Prius in the game. How funny would it be to add a Prius in the game? Give it a wide body or something like that. It'd be the funniest thing in the world. to have us be able to race around in a Toyota Prius. It'd just be funny. Let us engine swap it as well. Let us give it some stupid V8 in it, which will defeat the purpose of an actual Prius. But it'll just make it so much fun to play with. Adding stuff like this in the game, I couldn't care less about. I don't like. Obviously, they have a deal with you know, with the Chinese, like, I don't know if it's the government or the car association, whatever it is, that they're able to add a bunch of Chinese cars in the game. They keep doing it every single week. But honestly, I feel like it's just lost its touch. I want to see some more cars, like mass-produced cars that a lot of people drive. I don't know, like I said, how big this game is in China or anything like that. If it is even big in China. Regardless, I'm done ranting. What's this car like? It's alright to drive. It's not even too bad. I'm not a big fan of the way it looks or just anything about it. You know, I don't know anything about it either. But anyway, you guys can probably let me know more about this car in the comments of the video. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.